You're just so well behaved. This is just a scam chair, guys.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me at the back? It's loud enough? Well, this is not a dream anymore. Western Sydney University's Bankstown City campus is reality. We are here tonight as the first visitors to this place. How does it feel? How wonderful. Can we get an energy sound like acclamation or sort of shout? I want to start with this. Education is the movement from darkness to light. How wonderful, how powerful, and how energetic. We are lucky in Bankstown, honestly. You might see campuses at different LGA, but for some reason this campus has a different vibe, different energy. So I want to thank Walker Corporation for building this building. I want to thank Western Sydney University on your behalf for investing in Bankstown in our community. From a symbolism perspective, this building, this tower, represents the beacon of light, hope, and knowledge. Now, this building is going to make legacies, it's going to bring a lot of good things for generations to come, current and future. Imagine the investment from local employment and the facility that it's going to bring. And I'm going to invite Bill to basically briefly explain to us what the campus is going to offer. So before I go any further, can I call on Bill Parasiris, Vice President and the Chairman for the Canterbury Chamber of Commerce, to explain to us the university power.
Thanks, Rod. Thanks, everyone. We're still testing, so thank you for being our guinea pigs to make sure that this room actually works. We did have an event in here a week and a half ago where we had Minister Henskins and the Shadow Minister for Education, Drew Carr, debate about what they're going to do for education. We'll leave that for another day, and we'll leave that for the politicians. But just want to welcome you all here to our Bankstown City campus. Whilst we talk about us coming to Bankstown, we've always been in Bankstown. We were in Bankstown back in the 90s when we established our Milpera campus, when we took on the Teachers College and brought it up to world standard at that time. Traded there for 30 years and now we're here and we've got the world-leading state-of-the-art facility. I've just come back from Indonesia where we showcased this facility and they're begging us to sort of do these things up there and we will be doing that in a showcase. The next 6 weeks are going to be a nightmare here. We have every university in the country coming through, so you're getting a sneak glimpse of what we've done here. Why do we do campuses like this? Not so we can squeeze as many people as possible in the smallest amount of space as possible. We do this so we can integrate the students into the precinct, into the community, and so that we can bring you into our campuses, so that we can co-create education, co-create curriculum, and learn on the job, and that is what we find is very, very critical. What you'll find is this space here has been dedicated to the Canterbury Bankstown community to use as it needs, and what you will find is a permanent home for yourself. We have another room downstairs which faces Port Eden Park, which will showcase what's happening in the room. If there's 350 people for such an event, and that is so everyone can learn from what's happening here, and for you to also engage here. Our students initially, they start to come this week. We've got 6,500 students that will be coming to the campus between a Monday and a Saturday. Not at any given one time. Capacity is about 3,700 at any given one time. But just to put it in perspective, that's $160 million economic uplift to Bankstown CBD as of this week. So as of this week, the local community will realise that $160 million worth of economic uplift from our students coming and travelling in here. But what it'll also do, it'll make us a greener place. It'll take off the roads about 7,500 cars that travel to Milpera today for our students to get to Milpera. And our metro, when it comes online, will help do that and transition us from CBD to here within 7 minutes. But it opens the gateway to the north, to the northwest. So it is a great opportunity. One of the things I want to talk about is what we will do here for the community. What we want to do to Canterbury Bankstown, the largest SME in New South Wales. We want to help advance what businesses do here, help them showcase and help them learn how they can have manufacturing happening in a building such as this. We will have microfactory on level 1. Unfortunately, it's not ready today to show you. We have world-leading facilities where we will manufacture micro components. You will be able to build manufacture components for a Boeing 747 engine in a building like this, and we'll showcase that in the building here. 3D printers, laser cutters. We will hopefully, once manufactured in Germany, we'll have a 3D concrete printer as well to show how advanced construction can happen using 3D concrete printers. We will also have what we call the Factory of the Future, which will showcase manufacturing end-to-end for such items. I could go on. I think it was in 2018, one of you asked me why, and I said, because we live in the West. I'm a local resident, I'm proud. I bring my kids past here to teach wise so that they're going to have an opportunity to study in such a facility, and that, you know, Canterbury Bankstown has an opportunity. 2018, when we talked about this, tertiary attainment for our kids was as low as 14%. I can tell you off the last census data, it's increased to 17%. The other thing I can tell you is for the first time, tertiary attainment in the West, which Canterbury Bankstown forms, is now higher than the average of the rest of Australia, and that's because of what we do collectively for our kids and our community and making sure it's sustainable. So I'll leave it at that because it go on and on. There are more important things to do tonight. Thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you here regularly if I want.
Thank you, Bill. Tonight we're showcasing Western Sydney University. In April, we are working on showcasing Western Sydney International Airports. Our purpose is to promote the benefit they're going to bring to the community, what kind of added value, and more importantly, as a chamber, we want to provide the connection because we believe in building a relationship. Now tonight, we're here to learn about how to do business with council. But before that, there's another important element, is how can we do business together? Now, just from an icebreaker perspective, can you have a look at your name badges? Can someone just tell me, like, please, what does it say?
How large is your?
So the purpose of this provocation is to start a conversation. People come to networking events and they still remain and act as strangers. And they go into isolation or they stay with their own circle of friends. Well, we want to break that. And we want to break it for good reason. So tonight, we want you to utilize the name badge and ask that question, start a conversation. And hopefully you can secure one-to-one coffee catch-up, meeting, or another catch-up with that person to learn more about their business. Because at the end of the day, unless we do business together, form a team, build that unit, then we're not achieving anything. What kind of community we're building here? And especially Canterbury Bankstown is a place full of diverse, multicultural, energized, rich, innovative. So I think, and we are the gateway for the West. So unless we claim our position and demonstrate what we stand for and lead by example, then I think we're going to miss the boat. So to get things moving, can I call on Ama Awad from Allied Management? Because Ama is one of our key business partners with the Chamber. And he's very passionate and he's always keen and frustrated about how can we do business together. So I'm going to allow Ama to speak from his perspective and understand his passion, and hopefully you can translate that something productive.
Thank you, Wally. I think I've got to be very careful in what I say today, tonight, because we have two great people here, Susie, that just walked outside, and Mike, and they've been a great help. But what I want to talk about today is probably something that everyone would share here in the room, is the council, and what is the council doing for small SME. I'll have to piggyback probably off Bill's details in regards to Bankstown being the biggest, Canterbury Bankstown having the biggest SME in New South Wales. I want to summarise all what I want to say today and asking the council, what are they doing regarding SMEs to allow them to boom, to grow, but also why is the council so exclusive to the current contractors that they have without allowing room for other companies and other businesses to grow? I think this is a struggle that everyone have here. I've never seen anyone from the area, if you want to use the term, the area, doing business with the council. I've always seen businesses from North Sydney, across the board, from regional New South Wales, providing services to Canterbury Bankstown Council, but I've never seen anyone from the local community providing services to our council. I'm born here, I'm raised up here, I pay my rates here, and I think I'm only entitled just to have an opportunity to provide services to the council. And I'm sure everyone else probably share the same issue, drama, dilemma, ongoing with the council. I'm sure also the council, whenever they want money from us regarding rates or anything, they'll be knocking on our door, and we just want to do the same thing. It's all about reciprocal services, it's all about having an opportunity to grow together, and I would just love from the council to provide us with some direction today on how to have this opportunity.
Thank you, Emma, for your speaking. Without sponsors, we can't do anything. And obviously tonight we're going to learn more about Zero Barriers Project. But before I invite Rafa, can I invite our event sponsors, event supporters to join me here for a quick pitch about their business from Time and Wizard. Tom, please. And where's the rest? Yasa, TLC Cleaning Company. gentlemen, please, if you can trouble you to, in a 30, 40 second, tell us about your business and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me, Wally. It's always good to be with people. My name is Yasser Zaki. I'm the global CEO of a group of businesses, and one of them is our initiative in the Love and Care Cleaning Services. It's an initiative that started to offset some of the government funding and try and rely on commercializing revenue where we can help people with disability and supporting with that, only getting funding from the government but also commercializing that. We do domestic cleaning, offices, gyms, and the likes. So thanks for having me.
Thank you, Wally, for that impromptu invitation for a well-rehearsed, prepared speech. Emergency Fleet Safety Australia is a small operation, a small business providing vehicle safety equipment to improve the user and the people around them with an opportunity for a more improved, safe workplace. So we're a small operation and a business that can supply all these type of products and installation services.
Good evening everyone, my name is John. I'm here representing Tiling Australia. Thank you to Wally and the team for always drawing the crowds they do at the end of month with all the statements and invoicing that we need to do. Hats off. We're a proud Australian family-owned and operated business that is almost 30 years. We are stretched across retail, tiling, fixing, residential, multi-residential supply, and we also have a department for tools, and we have other sort of areas that we service. I'll quote Ahmed on this, we are from the area, but we are stretched all across Australia. So thank you for having us here, and we look forward to seeing you all.
Thanks, Wally. My name is Sam Anbury from Saad Consulting Engineers. I established the company more than 7 years now. Basically, we do engineering design. An example, what you see in this room, that's what we do. Not this particular room, but start from power, lighting, so that's, we deal with commercial, residential and industrial facilities, including even health research, schools, and all other medical like buildings and properties. Thanks for that.
As you can see, everyone speaks from their heart and everyone knowledgeable, and they have amazing, sizable business, and they're ready to do business with another business. And that's the whole idea, from getting them to the front stage to be recognised, and please reach out to them and connect with them and get to know more about their business. Now, the main sponsor for this evening is from Zero Barriers Project, aiming to remove barriers for people with disability when shopping and using services. It's very interesting, but at the end of the day, people with disability, from a business perspective, that's another market share that's available for businesses to do business with them and to invite them as part of their customers. But there's a couple of key points that Rafa's going to touch base with on it. Rafa, would you please join me?
Thank you so much, Wally, for the invitation. We're very honoured to be the major sponsor for today's event. It's so wonderful to see a room full of like-minded people. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, the Darak and the Eora people, and pay respect to the elders past, present and emerging. As Wally mentioned, my name is Rafa and I am the Zero Barriers Project Coordinator at the Multicultural Network. The Multicultural Network has been based in Bankstown for almost 40 years. They're a not-for-profit, community-based organisation that does grassroots work across the board in lots of different ways to help vulnerable communities in Bankstown and beyond. The Zero Barriers Project was born initially across southwest Sydney in partnership with 3 New South Wales councils And since it was born, we've actually expanded to partner with 13 New South Wales councils, which is super exciting to know that we're making a difference across New South Wales. So what is it, you ask? Zero Barriers is all about supporting businesses and services to become more mindful of disability and to take steps to be more accessible and inclusive. And it costs absolutely nothing. Because we're very fortunate to be partnered with councils, there's no cost to businesses to join Zero Barriers. So all you need to do is fill in a self-assessment form. So we're not auditing you, businesses can reflect on their own practices. And through that self-assessment form, you become aware of the different ways you can become more inclusive of people with disability. Now, it's not just people with disability that benefit from businesses and services being inclusive, it's everyone. So older Australians, people with temporary mobility concerns, parents with prams. 1 in 5 people in Australia live with a disability, so that's 20% of the population that businesses and services may be missing out on. Add to that older Australians and other members of the community that have mobility issues, you're missing out on a huge, sizable population that could be using your business or service. So it makes business sense to be inclusive, not just from a community perspective, but also from a business perspective. And for joining Zero Barriers, your business is promoted in an online directory that is marketed and shared with people with disability as well as the broader community. So I'm going to wrap it up there. I have left some flyers on everyone's tables. It does have our website. Our website is super easy to navigate and is accessible as well. And before I leave, I do want to say a big thank you to the Canterbury Bankstown Chamber of Commerce, who has always supported Zero Barriers, as well as Collaborate, who's been a supporter from the start. And also we're very lucky to have one of our platinum sponsors for our upcoming Business Excellence Awards, Tender Loving Care Disability Services. They've also been very committed to improving the livability of the community for everyone. And of course, not to forget, City of Canterbury Bankstown, who has been one of our partner councils from the start. If you'd like to know more, I'm going to be here all night, and I've also got some of our fantastic Zero Barriers officers here, so you can ask us any questions and we can assist you if you'd like to become a member. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafa. And we're going to be sharing more information in our announcement magazine about how you connect with Zero Barriers and any other information Rafa made away. Tonight's topic is how to do business with council. And let me tell you, we work closely with council, we work closely with all levels of government. At the end of the day, they are local employees and they have a duty and responsibility. And our duty and responsibility is to work closely with them to make sure that we can allow for as much information possible to go outside to the community, the business community, any other industry or sectors, so they can be able to work closely and be able to deal with council. So if I can invite Alan and V from council, and Alan will do the introduction.
Thanks very much, Will.